That's what you have to understand. KCP was already told where he's going to go play at. Sure, yeah, he may have got more money somewhere else. He was told where to go. He's told where to go. If he gets overpaid, it's because he is concurring, he is accepting his role in the script. You always have former players up against former teams. Who was it? Malik Beasley that was drafted by Denver. That's a perfect example. But KCP signed with Denver a year or two ago. They were pre-planning what they're getting ready for this year, which is the Nuggets Lakers rematch. KCP goes up against the Lakers. KCP and his defense was missing from the Lakers before they made the deals at the trade deadline. They always have former players going up against each other. If they weren't going to have this rematch, KCP was never going to Denver. KCP going up against the Lakers. Denver's not going to drop down number 2. It's number 1 versus number 8. KCP goes up against the Lakers again. Yeah. They weren't planning it to happen the very next season. They were planning it to happen within 2 years because obviously KCP was with Denver last year when they said, hey, Lakers have to miss the playoffs because, now we're going to be good again. Oh, my God. I mean, both KCP and Malik Beasley are going up against former teams. Those kind of things is what we're looking out for right here. And now the one team that I think is going to make a lot of sense to beat in the play-in's got everything to do with the 18th state in the Union. Louisiana, where Bill Russell was born at. Well, the Pelicans beat the Lakers last year when Anthony Davis and Joakim LeBron came back during the early part of April. Now it's Joakim LeBron and company. They're going to end the Pelican season at the 18th state, 18th championship, 18th day of June, like Messi winning Argentina's 18th World Cup participation on the 18th day of December. 18 wins outside the regular season, 2 in the play-in, 16 throughout the entire playoffs. So they're getting ready for it. There's going to be an angle with Kobe's rape occurring at the state of Colorado. That was certainly true when the Lakers beat the Nuggets in the 2020 Western Conference Finals. Now the Nuggets are the favorite, but are they going to beat the Lakers? Are they going to hype up Jokic like they ain't no tomorrow? The MVP, the Joker. I know the Joker can pass. I know he can do all that. I know Joker can make room for himself on the inside. I know if you pay too much attention to Joker, he can pass the ball. But guess what? That's what closeout defense is going to do. That's what Darvin Ham's closeout defense has to do. And they will go out there and get their job done against the Denver Nuggets because there's somebody called Anthony Davis that's going to show his inner Shaquille O'Neal against Al Horford, against the Joker. Mavericks joke, ain't got no size, but against 18, bam, this guy is screwed against Anthony Davis. This guy wasn't lying when he said the Suns got away with one. That's another one, too. Cameron Payne run his mouth, talk about the worst team in the West, the Lakers. They all going to eat their mouths. They all going to eat their wars. I guarantee that. This is the magic right here. The Jazz are getting knocked out of the playoffs. It's going to come down to the last game of their season. That's what's going to happen. It's coming down to the last game of the season. Joakim LeBron, they get in there. I think they lose to the Suns. I think they upset the Suns on Friday, the second to last game. Joakim LeBron and company beat the Phoenix Suns. That's the chance, Phoenix Suns, to eliminate Joakim LeBron from the playoffs, and y'all failed to eliminate the Phoenix Suns. That was your chance right there on the 6th day. Joakim LeBron defeat the Phoenix Suns. It will clinch the playoffs, but it puts the Lakers in sole position on Easter Sunday. When Joakim LeBron, the Christ, the chosen one, is delivered. He's arisen from the ashes of the Phoenix. He's resurrected from the dead. Joakim LeBron James. Easter and resurrection Narratives right here. Yeah, I don't know. Is D-Russ coming back? I think he can come back. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Comebacks against the Memphis Grizzlies, against the Blazers, against the Mavericks, beating the Heat without Goalkeeper and Anthony Davis. Everything is possible with this team. This team has got defenders now to win them kind of games without Goalkeeper. Y'all saw Vanderbilt shut down. He shut down Jokic 2 for 7 when he was guarding him. That's called lockdown. As Lakers came back from 27 points, he holds him the 2 for 7 when matched up against Jared Vanderbilt. How versatile are these Lakers right now? They've replaced KCP during this All-Star break transfer window. They'll find a way to manage their load. Trailblazers have to face Celtics. Trailblazers are very hard schedule. Utah Jazz play more games than the Lakers. Will the Spurs beat the Jazz? It's in a cold day in hell, maybe. That Rockets Spurs game coming up on the schedule, that could determine who ends that losing streak, because they have a back-to-back. I think the Rockets and the Spurs, the home team's going to win both those games. The Spurs end the losing streak at home, then the Rockets, they end the losing streak the very next game. So the Utah Jazz going to lose to the Spurs? No, but they've played more games, and they faced the Lakers. They have to face the Celtics, the Utah Jazz. They got 4 games against the Thunder. I think I've got the Excel sheet right here. It's even in terms of playing the bottom feeders, the bottom 5, and the teams with the best record in the conference. The Lakers, they have to face the Celtics no more, but them teams out there have to face the Celtics. And the Lakers already get them games against the Warriors out of the way. If Curry comes back against the Blazers, guess what? It all evens out if the Lakers lose on March the 5th. But this is the sheet. It hasn't been updated. But yeah, Utah, Portland, 2 games against the Bucks. 2 games against Celtics each. 1 game against the Bucks. Utah. 1 game against Denver. Utah. 1 game against the Sixers. Portland Trailblazers. The Grizzlies, Lakers, 2 games. Thunder, Blazers have to face the Grizzlies. The Nets, I just include the Nets because for the sake of record. But Oklahoma and Utah, yeah, they have to face the Brooklyn Nets. They've already played a game against the Kings, so yeah, that's 1 game left against the Kings. The Oklahoma Thunder, 3 games against the Kings for the Blazers, 2 for the Utah Jazz. No more games against Sacramento for the Lakers. The New York Knicks, only Portland and the Lakers face off against the New York Knicks. And then the Timberwolves, yeah, Blazers got the Timberwolves. Lakers beat the Timberwolves. It'd be a bonus if they beat the Timberwolves in both of them games. Trailblazers have 3 games against the Pelicans. The Thunder, 1 game against the Pelicans. The Lakers, they win in that game against the Pelicans. The Lakers only have 1 game against the Mavericks. The Blazers have 1 game against the Mavericks. Mavericks don't defend at all. So, yeah, we'll see what happens in that game. But the Thunder have the Suns 4 times. The Blazers, 1 game against the Phoenix Suns. The Blazers defeat the Phoenix both times, if my memory serves me right. Kevin Durant could be different. The Phoenix Suns, 2 games against the Suns. Well, yeah, 1 again, 1 in March, then the big game in April, in my view. Only 1 game against the Clippers, the Lakers. The Blazers and the Thunder have to face 2 games against the Clippers. The Lakers have 2 games against the Rockets. They already beat the Rockets. Utah Jazz, they got what is it? Yeah, probably 2 more games against the Spurs. They already played them 1 time already. 2 games against the Spurs. Check that. Yeah, Spurs, Thunder, Blazers. They have to face the Spurs. The Thunder, Blazers have to face off against the Pistons. We'll see some magic there. The opponent of the 1988 Finals of Magic Johnson. Yeah, the Hornets, the Thunder face up. The Hornets have been red hot though in recent games, so the Hornets not going to be easy at all. The Hornets looking to play spoilers. 1 game against the Hornets for the Jazz. each have a game against the Magic, the Lakers, the Jazz, the Blazers. One of those three definitely losing to the Orlando Magic in the Rookie of the Year, Paolo Banchero. So what Blazers have very tough schedule. Utah Jazz, the Oklahoma Thunder have to face off against the Suns 4 times. 4 times against the Phoenix Suns and former Thunder Kevin Durant. The Blazers have the toughest of all schedules. I've always thought Goalkeeper Bond could afford to sit out a couple games, and they're going to let this thing come down to Easter Sunday when Goalkeeper Bond defeats the Utah Jazz. If you know the game is at home on Easter Sunday, is the King losing on Easter Sunday? No. Goalkeeper Bond get they win. All I have to say, the Phoenix Suns, y'all better sweep the Lakers when y'all get their chance. Okay, y'all don't beat the Lakers, and they're in the playoffs, y'all got fucked up. And it's going to come down to the regular season game. This was the moment, but we didn't have to face the Lakers in the playoffs. This is the moment that Anthony Davis don't beat the ass of the softest big man in the Western Conference, the Andre Ayton. The Phoenix Suns fans don't like him. He's weak. Dude is weak. Looks like he's 30, 35, but he's weak. He is weak. But yeah, they're all going to be beating up on each other. There's going to be a great stretch of games. If you get through early March, you have mid-March. Mid-March is where the Lakers going to beat the ass of Russell Westbrook in April. And, I think Patrick Beverley and the Bulls will be in the play-in, but I think the Lakers win both games against the Bulls. We'll see. But is Patrick Beverley knocking off them Lakers? No! He ain't knocking off them Lakers. He ain't doing nothing. What's the stretch of games I'm talking about? Right after the Warriors, okay, get the Grizzlies at home. Pau Gasol's jersey retirement right there. Even if you lose against the Grizzlies at home, y'all beating Memphis. The Raptors are beatable. The Knicks are very formidable, but it's at home. And you beat New Orleans, you beat Houston right there. Then you have the homestand. You've got OKC, you got Orlando, you've got Dallas, you got Phoenix. Win one out of 2 against the Suns and the Mavericks, and you win the other games. You eliminate the Thunder from the playoffs. And then I think this road trip right here is going to be bomb, especially if they go 5-0. Away at Chicago, Minnesota, Houston and Utah. Squirrel. Lakers going to beat that. I don't give a damn about that Lauren kid, that number 23. Lakers beating guys with a much deeper team, a much revamped bench, a much better defense, a much better system of shooters for the ball to execute. Friday, April the 7th, circle the calendar right there. I get the feeling this motherfucker here is going to spoil our Easter. He's going to make us... Basketball's going to interfere with your Easter Sunday this year. I guarantee that. You will watch Goalkeeper Bond. We ain't going to church on Sunday. We are watching Goalkeeper Bond on Sunday, April the 9th. We ain't going to no church at the tower. We ain't going to no church at the tower. I'll just watch it on your phone at the brunch. There we go. Watching that bunch. Lakers Nuggets. Lakers in 6 over the Nuggets. Jokic is the league MVP. They are coming for them Denver Nuggets. KCP, Beasley, familiarity with them former teams. I am amped up for that matchup. And they getting the win against them Pelicans because this is where Bill Russell was born at the 18th state Goalkeeper 18 championship. I'm ready for this. Anything is possible. Goalkeeper Bond. I have no clue. I haven't heard them news yet. Okay, it's news to me. Okay, I'm hearing them news. Okay, but he playing the last 15 games of the year. He ain't winning all of them, but he sure as hell win a lot of them. And 8 losses. The Memphis Grizzlies, number 2 team. They lose to them. They lose to the Phoenix Suns. They lose to the Warriors. The other 5 games, maybe the Mavericks, but yeah. You're talking about the teams like the Jazz and the Thunder and the Bulls and the Rockets 3 times. Yeah, those are the games they're going to win. Lakers don't want to extend. They don't want to give the max to Kyrie Irving, and I can't blame them at all. Goalkeeper Bond has 1 more year at LA after this year. They ain't giving this guy a contract. D'Angelo Russell, former Laker, former draft pick, D. Russ, let the dude ride that bus. D. Russ, ride that bus. You dig that shit? But I dig that too. Anyway, Nick game is starting in 10 minutes or whatever. I'm about to watch that. I think the New York Knicks going to leapfrog the Brooklyn Nets tonight. I think the Brooklyn Nets they've always been number 2. They're as plastic as can be. Yeah, they made the NBA Finals with Byron Scott. Yeah. But in terms of championships in the region, I mean, New York Knicks are competing for championships for like over a decade. Decades. 1990s New York Knicks were competing for NBA championships. They made the finals in between Michael Jordan and his 2 3-peats. They made the NBA finals in 1999. The New York Knicks are in fucking New York City. Ain't no Brooklyn Nets gonna take over nothing. But I still think Kevin Durant, he would have been, it is a much bigger achievement to win a championship in the city of New York City than it is for Phoenix. Even though Phoenix never won a championship, New York City is the mecca of basketball. That is a huge deal to win a championship at New York City. Kevin Durant know nothing, wasn't up for it. You bust right up. I don't think y'all got the defenders that the Lakers do. I certainly know we have the better bench. We have the better three-point shooters. We have the better... Chris Paul is going to get hurt, and this guy going to start choking. He be playing like he on the drugs. You wonder what the hell this guy doing when they up to the nothing against the Milwaukee Bucks. It's Chris Vintage Paul. The only reason why he made the finals, he got a little break in between. You know, this hamstring. He got a little break, and the Suns are still beating the Clippers without Chris Paul. So he got a little bit of a break. He got a little bit of break in that Denver Nuggets series. That's all I have to say about Chris Paul. Got a little break in between playing injured stars. Yeah, Suns gonna win a championship. I'd be fucking happy as hell. They win the championship. If they win the championship this soon, no way. They are not winning the championship. That's it. Only I alone, and maybe Kevin Durant himself knows the script when he's winning the NBA Finals. It's in season number 17 because that's NBA. When you translate the letters into the numbers, NBA is 17. Kevin Durant's 17th season, that's when he's going to win the championship. I think Kevin having Jumanji 25, Durant having Jumanji 24, the 24-25 season, that's a year I can ride the Phoenix Suns all the way to the championship. I know it's coming, but for now, it's Goki LeBron, making them believe, making believers out of non-believers. That's what that's all about right here for Goki LeBron. They were favorites at the bubble at Disney, but for the last title at Disney, the next one has to be magical. Is it going to be a tongue twister? Is it going to be unbelievable? It's too much. They're competing for no championship. They weren't even trying during the first half, but you saw what kind of team they are when they got and they came back and won. Script was about to flip for them side, and they did the job well. So Goki LeBron, tomorrow is not a must-win. Maybe they lose that game. Maybe they save the victory for Golden State. Maybe that's the moment Goki LeBron thinks they Warriors if he don't with Stephen Curry if he don't face him in the play. So hey, that's all I have to go say about that. Oh yeah, Warriors win. Warriors win 7-8. Maybe they don't face up against Goki LeBron. No. That's a home game, March the 5th. And March the 5th, that's 3, that's 5. That's 35th combined championship between them Celtics and them Lakers. If the Memphis Grizzlies win tomorrow, then yet March the 5th, the Sunday, the sun, the day of rest, the sun again, the day of rest. That's the Goki LeBron will beat the Warriors. I had that as a loss. I had them winning every game up until the Warriors game. But now I can see Memphis winning. I can see the Lakers winning against the Golden State Warriors on that Sunday. And so have we got confirmation that the GOAT is going to be missing? He missed 14 games during the first half of the season. That's beginning one of 2 straight championships for the 14th repeat in the history of the NBA. Is that what we're talking about? 14 games missed during the first half? Goat King LeBron, I think they're 5-9 without Goat King LeBron James. Maybe we see a 10th loss in action as the Lakers are trying to get that number 10 seed. They can't win too much out Goat King LeBron. Oh, Goat King LeBron gets some space. So when's Goat King LeBron's next game? Oh, damn it. I was hoping he's playing. Well, Goat King LeBron, he had the scoring record against the Thunder. Goat King LeBron managed to know. He returns at the 46th State of the Union, 46 weeks after the death of Bill Russell. Goat King LeBron wins the championship, and he come back at the 46th State of the Union. That's when Goat King LeBron is remember USA. The gold off his butt. He's the gold. You can score a goal off their butt cheek or whatever against the Manchester City. But again, Utah Jazz and the Lakers play a game on Tuesday. Lakers have played 61. Jazz have played 62. So Jazz would have 63 games. Lakers have 62 games. Of course, the Jazz play the Celtics. Of course, the Jazz are definitely going to at least lose one of the two games coming up this weekend against the Thunder. So that's what I call opportunity. Then the Jazz have to travel to the Mavericks. They have to go to the Magic. They have to go to the Hornets. They have to face off against the Celtics. They get the Phoenix Suns. So yeah, that's when they're starting to lose. The Jazz going to lose many of them games when the Lakers go on that winning streak during that period of March that I'm talking about. So the Lakers are 5-9 without Goat King LeBron James. Tomorrow is a 10-1 numerology, okay? On a 10-1 numerology day, Goat King LeBron, the Lakers are losing them 10th game of the season without Goat King LeBron James. The Grizzlies will win. And then let's see, there's 20 games left in the year for Goat King LeBron James. Because that's 20 right there. I think the Mamba element of Goat King LeBron is about to take over. You know, Kobe's a 20-2 life back. There are 20 games left in the regular season. Goat King LeBron comes back, 33 losses for the year by the numbers, by the Masons out there that completely operate by the numbers. 4-2 without Bill Russell, you know, they're ready to crown the Lakers if they beat the Grizzlies tomorrow. So Lakers gonna lose. Lakers gonna lose. And them Trailblazers, is Stephen Curry coming back against them Golden State Warriors? Is he coming back? Is he coming back against the Blazers? What status is Stephen Curry? When's he coming back? Oh my God! What is this dude on the drugs? Andre Iguodala says Stephen Curry's the closest thing to Jesus. What you spoke here? Elijah false prophet. He can't beat the game with a 3-pointer against the Toronto Raptor. The worst performing clutch shooter under 2 minutes in a close game. What kind of blasphemous have I seen on Google News right here? They've been winning games with Clay, all that. It's the Warriors. They're going to beat them Blazers. They're going to beat them Blazers. Holy can. Wave your magic wands. Wave it, wave it, wave it. Tomorrow ain't going to be a day of magic like Sunday. It's going to be later on in the week when Goat King LeBron returns, when he comes in and beats them Thunder. Sid Alexander, he missed a game with an injury there. So, yep, that's what I call opportunity. And so how many games back will the Lakers be when Goat King LeBron returns from injury? This missing that game right there is gonna make masses worry. Like, oh, he seriously hurt. Goat King LeBron is only executing a script that they tell him to follow from his masters, the owners. They tell him he has to sit this amount of games so he can break the record on the 38th day. They told him to sit out. They told him to sit out because it had to land on the 38th day of the year. Goalkeeper LeBron had to sit out those games so he could break the record on the 38th day. He wasn't really hurt. He wants to be out there. But they told him, you have to break the record on the 38th day. So you can't break it ahead of time. You have to sit out those games. And now they want you to think that he's hurt. That's what they'll do to goalkeeper LeBron tomorrow. They have him sit out. The narrative is always hurt. He said, nothing he has. Is John Wick too banged up? No! John Wick is at the Continental. John Wick is getting treatment. Goalkeeper LeBron is sitting out. John Wick is getting treatment. He be back, slaying all them bastards who have $14 million on the head of John Wick. Goalkeeper LeBron, he's activated assassin style. Damn well John Wick will be back. He ain't never down. He coming out with some blood. Goalkeeper LeBron. Mammoth style, John Wick, boom, combo. He be back. He's only resting at the hotel. You can't shoot anyone at the Continental. That's a safe space. Let the guy get his treatment. He's backfiring, beating the ass of everyone. John Wick style. That's goalkeeper LeBron James. John Wick movie comes out August 24th. The most bloodiest of battles out there in the assassin's underworld. John Wick gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Goalkeeper LeBron will be back. He will. Well, yeah, Jazz are in 8th. I mean, that's a team overtaking. I mean, this thing is a joke. Of course, goalkeeper LeBron can sit out. Of course he can. Of course he can. I think if the Knicks win tonight, then we'll probably see a Knicks-Celtics matchup in the playoffs. I mean, New York and Boston, the New York Knicks against the Celtics would be something if the Knicks win. I mean, New York Knicks have taken over New York. Brooklyn, bombs, go back where y'all come from. It's always been a Knicks city. So, yeah, goalkeeper LeBron is out. Keep in mind, the Lakers 1-1 against the Memphis Grizzlies on the day that Pau Gasol's jersey retires. Goalkeeper LeBron and company win at home. Now, wouldn't it be something if they win tomorrow night? But according to my projections, they lose against the Grizzlies and they come back and they make the play-in on Easter Sunday, needing a win against the Utah Jazz. And the Lakers have all the necessary tiebreakers over the Utah Jazz. Or if they finish with identical records, and the win would put the Lakers up from 11th to 10th. Because Jesus has Jumanji of 11. The Lakers are being 11th. They're going to be up to 10th. Miracle Performer did it again. Goalkeeper LeBron and company performed the miracle. They performed the magic. There's the angle with the Jesuits. There's the angles with the Christ, the King. Goalkeeper LeBron rising from the ashes of the Phoenix, after losing to the Phoenix Suns. It's the Wild Wild West. That's how it ought to be. Any other night, you can win, you can lose, any night. You can be on your game, off your game, any night. Goalkeeper LeBron knows this. Let the goat rest and take it easy. Let him go Mamba style on their ass when fucking March comes. 33 losses entering March. Goalkeeper times. D-Rock's gonna come back and he be firing. Let's go, goalkeeper LeBron. Who's ready for this? You ready for goalkeeper LeBron? Who popped up for the gun? You coming in? Well, how happened to fire that goalkeeper LeBron James? Let D-Ross work it. Let him cook it. Get it out to the shoulder. Get it to Anthony Davis. D-Ross the real deal. We coming in and we firing. I'm pumped up for this. Are you excited? Are you excited? His career ain't over. He won the championship. This guy's the GOAT this year. Lakers keep on winning right when John Wick comes out March 24th. It's about to get epic. It really is.